In this video, we'll verify the dynamic ARP inspection feature on the Cisco switches. Now, dynamic ARP inspection is a feature on the Cisco switches which prevents from ARP spoofing attacks. Now, let's try to verify this. Let me give some basic idea on what is the basic setup I'm going to use in this lab here. Now, I have a router 1 and router 2 which are connected on port number 1 and port number 2, and on these two particular ports, and then I have F0 by 5 which is connecting to my PC, and they're using the IP addresses as given in the diagram here. Now I want to ensure that if any false ARP information comes from this particular port, if it receives any false ARP information with some other than what we are binding here, any other MAC address, I want to ensure that the switch should block the particular traffic. I want each and every port should go with a dynamic ARP inspection, and if that inspection matches the database, matches the source IP and the MAC, then only it has to permit the traffic. If it is not matching the database, in that case I want the switch to drop the traffic. Now the basic thing here, if you just come down here, I have configured both these ports. In fact, even the port number 5, they are already pre-configured with an access ports, and they are also enabled with a port fast feature. And on the routers, we already have the IP addresses pre-configured. So if you go and verify the connectivity between these devices here, on the router 1, I should be able to ping to 1.2 computer, and also I'm able to ping to 1.50 and also 1.10, which is the computer connected, the PC from where I'm accessing these devices via Telnet. Now the next thing what we are going to do is we are going to configure the switch 1 to prevent the ARP poisoning attacks on the VLAN 10. Now for that, first we need to enable the DHCP snooping feature. Now without the configuration of the transports on the switch 1, ensure that it enforces the ARP security. Now if you remember, we have discussed in the ARP spoof, in the dynamic ARP inspection, that the binding of the information, either it can be done manually by using some ARP access list. Now in this scenario, we are going to use ARP ACLs, or it can also use the dynamic DHCP configurations where it is going to verify the source IP and the MAC address. Now here, even though we are enabling the DHCP snooping, so for the future configurations, it may verify the DHCP. So the first thing, we are going to enable the DHCP snooping here. So IP DHCP snooping, and then we are going to enable for the VLAN 10. Now once we enable the DHCP snooping feature, we still able to communicate with the particular devices. Now here, as we don't have a real DHCP configurations, what we are going to do is we are going to create a manual binding by using some ARP ACLs. Now here I'm going to bind the IP address of 1.1 is binded with a MAC address, whatever the MAC address on this particular port. And then the same thing I'm doing for 1.2 as well. Now once we enable dynamic ARP inspection on this particular switch, we didn't enable still. Once we enable dynamic ARP inspection, each and every port has to verify based on this database. Now the first thing, we are going to create the binding database, and we are going to create 3 entries here because I got 3 devices, 1.1, 1.2 and 1.10 here. So let's go to the switch. If you're not aware of the MAC addresses, we can just simply generate some ping messages to all the devices, and I can use show IP ARP command to verify the MAC addresses. I can create a entry like ARP access list. I can simply say ARP for VLAN 10, and I can use question mark to say permit. I'm going to say permit. I'm going to say IP, and the IP address is 192.168.1.1, and then the prefix IP host. I have to use an option of IP host, and then because we are defining a single host here, and the MAC address, and the MAC host is the MAC address of the sender MAC address. Now in my scenario, the MAC address of the 1.1 is, if I verify the ARP table, the MAC address is this one. I'm going to copy paste the MAC address, and then I'm going to generate a log message also for verification. Now we can verify this log message by using show log command. And the same thing, I'm going to permit 192.168.1.2 if it is coming with a MAC host. The MAC address of 1.2 is this one, and then I'm going to log. So I'm going to create a database, and in that database I'm saying that if a ARP request is coming from 1.1 with this MAC address, then only it is going to permit. If the ARP request is coming from 1.2 with this MAC address, then only it is going to permit. If it is not matching the database, if the ARP request is coming from 1.1 with a different MAC address other than this, it's simply going to drop that particular traffic. And we can also do the same thing for this port also, but I'm not going to configure this port. So we can either bind the MAC address here, or I can configure this particular port as a trust port. Now, whichever the port is configured as a trust, that particular port will not go with the dynamic ARP inspection validation. So just an alternate option, I'm going to say on the interface F0 by 5, I'm going to say ARP, IP ARP inspection trust. Now there are two options to overcome this. Like, as I'm using a telnet connection, I'm doing a telnet connection from this PC to this switch. Now, if I don't add the entry of this particular PC IP address, that is 1.10 with the MAC address, in that case, it's going to simply drop the telnet connection here. Now, to allow the telnet connection, either I can manually bind the IP address as 1.10 with the MAC address, that is one option I have, or I can simply bypass the inspection by using a command called IP ARP inspection trust. Now, there are some interfaces like gateways. Probably you may don't want that particular gateway interfaces to do the inspection. In that case, we can configure that particular interfaces as IP ARP inspection trust. Now, once we configure this, the next step will be we need to enable the ARP inspection on the VLAN 10. So I'm going to config mode. I'm going to say IP ARP inspection VLAN 10, and then I'm going to say IP ARP inspection filter, and I'm going to filter the ARP ACL whatever I have created just now. This is a name here, ARP VLAN 10. I'm going to filter on VLAN 10. So which means I'm going to create an inspection for the VLAN 10, and whatever the statements I define as a permit in that ARP ACL will be validated, and they will be able to communicate. Now, once you enable this, let's go to one of the PC here, 1.1. I'm going to clear the ARP. Let me just clear ARP cache, and I'll try to ping 192.168.1.2. I can still ping to 1.2. I can still ping to 1.10. So you can see, even though 1.10 is not added in the binding list because we have configured this as a trusted port, and it will not go through with ARP inspection. Whereas these two ports will go with the ARP inspection by default. Now, for further verification, what I can do is I can go and change the binding entries. Now, for verification, what I can do is I can use a command called show IP ARP inspection, ARP show ARP. Now, the show IP ARP inspection has to be on the switch actually. So I should be on the switch, show IP ARP inspection for the VLAN 10. Now here you can see it is saying that the inspection is enabled for VLAN 10, and it is active with the ACL match, and it's going to deny all the traffic except whatever is defined in the ARP VLAN 10 access list. Now what I'm going to do is, for further verification, I can simply go and change the MAC address on entries. Like, if you verify show IP, show ARP access list, now you can see the entry is, it's going to permit the host with 1.1 with this MAC address. So I'm going to change the entry, and I'll say IP ARP access list. No, it's not, it's just ARP access list. And then I'm going to define the ARP name, this VLAN 10, and then I'm going to remove this entry, and I'm going to change the entry with some different MAC address. So I'm going to say some MAC address, some invalid MAC address. Now, if you verify show ARP access list, I can verify that the traffic coming from 1.1, it has to match with this MAC address. And if you verify with show logs, I can see the log information here. Let me just go to router 1 and generate the traffic. So on the router 1, I got a device with this IP address. So I'm going to try to ping to 1.2. Let me clear the ARP. If I try to ping to 1.2, I'm not able to ping, and the reason is because the traffic is supposed to come from 1.1, and if the traffic is coming from 1.1, it has to match the MAC address binding whatever we have given here. Now in my scenario, if you verify show ARP access list, the binding from 1.1 is coming with it has to come with the MAC address of AAA, whatever we have configured here, and if it is not matching, it is not going to allow the critical communication. Now if I try to remove this ARP access list and then the name, and I'm going to remove this entry, and then I'm going to add the previous one which was a valid entry. Now once I add this, if I verify show ARP access list, now if I try to generate the traffic once again, I should be able to communicate. So you can see I'm able to communicate. Now this is a way we can verify the dynamic ARP inspection, where we can enable the dynamic ARP inspection and we can manually change the MAC entries in the ARP ACLs for verification.